times my face is shown up on Facebook. It's not, as long as they get the vaccine, that's what we care about, right?
That's all we care
about. You're
about.
going to get a little bit of a stick here.
Just like a mosquito bite. Like a mosquito bite.
So a lot has happened in the past few weeks. I got my first shot for my vaccination. I visited World Market and picked up the Mcbride Sisters Black Girl Magic Red Blend wine. I also had to go to Trader Joe's to get a different version of her wine because they didn't have it at World Market. But I also just liked the way World Market was set up. So wanted to show you a little bit of that. I did pick up some other products from World Market that I will review today as well, including like some body lotion and scrubs. But first, we're going to start out with the review of the wines. I have a special guest today, my mother, and we're going to discuss wine and books. I hope you enjoy it. So I am at my parents' house today, sitting on their porch, because today we are going to review the Mcbride Sisters, one of their bottles of wine, me and my mother specifically. And come along with me as we talk about wine and we talk about some of her favorite books. Hi, Mommy.
Hello, good evening, Kina.
Welcome to Kina Reads. Today we have my mother joining me. We're going to do a little bit of wine tasting of the Mcbride Sisters collection, Red Blend, Central Coast, California, 2018. That is this particular bottle. Earlier you probably saw, or maybe later in the video, you will see me do a review of their other Red Blend that I purchased from World Market. I got this one from Trader Joe's. Okay. And I just thought it would be fun to include my mother in it. So, and talk about books.
But first, I have a question about who the Mcbride Sisters are.
The Mcbride Sisters are, they actually were not raised together. They have the same father, but different mothers. And they did not meet until after their father passed away. And they realized they had family elsewhere, but they happened to both be raised near or on wineries and winemaking spaces. So they ended up growing and having this really nice connection, and they decided to form the Mcbride Sisters wine collection. And they started, I believe, over 10 years ago with their collection, and they said it was really rough for them at first, but they now have a real foot in the industry, and they're one of the largest distributors of wine in the United States.
That's interesting.
Regardless of color, regardless of the fact that they're women, they're one of the largest. Yeah. Okay, and this particular wine says, despite the 7,000 miles between us, we eventually found each other. This collection, which unites our parallel lives and passion for wines, represents a true sense of place. Our story is proof of the bond that can form over a bottle of wine, a truth that comes to life every Mcbride Sisters wine. And this particular wine, the unique blend, has flavors of red cherry, blackberry with aromatic notes of cocoa and caramel. And just a disclaimer, we are not wine professionals. We're just women who are tasting this wine. So, and we'll just give our honest opinion about it. Okay?
Okay.
Yep. Good enough?
I love blackberries.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what we do. Okay. I'm not going to be fancy. Although I can smell the cherry.
bit acidic to me off the first taste.
It's not sweet.
No, this one's not sweet. I tried the other one they had, and it was the red blend. It was delicious, actually. It had a nice sweetness to it and buoyancy. This is like just the buoyancy part. Like if it wasn't
What would you eat that with? What kind of
steak.
okay. See, I'm not a steak eater.
But neither am I, but I'm just thinking it would probably go good with a steak.
Yeah, your dad probably.
What about you?
That. I don't really. I wouldn't purchase it.
You wouldn't purchase it. There you go. But this one right here, yeah, it is much drier. It's much drier. It's not sweet, this particular one at all. So I'm wondering if you can't call, like if you can't call it, like you, since you're blending it, if you can't really know what it's going to be until it hits the bottle. I'm wondering if that's their gist, or if it just, they know exactly what it's going to be.
I don't think they.
When it hits
I don't
the
think
bottle.
they know. I think that they have to wait over time just to see what it is, and I believe that some of the wines get better as they age. Not that I'm an expert, but I do.
So
I'm not saying it's a bad wine. I'm just saying I don't like it. You know, I love what I love, and I know what I like, and that wasn't it. Okay. But that's nothing against them or the company. It's a beautiful bottle, and the fact that Sisters did it, I think it's quite an accomplishment.
Woman. So we were talking earlier. I kind of prefaced this session by telling my mother I was going to ask her a few questions about books maybe she's read in the past, and so we were talking earlier and about
My favorite book.
her favorite book, and she mentioned that growing up she didn't have a particular favorite book because they spend most of their time, family of 11.
Working in the fields. Helping our parents with the sugar cane, or either with the garden, or whatever my father deemed that we should be doing at that particular time. So I really didn't grow up love reading. And actually, I always loved to scan. And even to today, I think I'm a professional scanner because I don't like thick books. One of my favorite books that comes to mind was Terry McMillan, the book Mama, because it reached several generations, and it was like real down to earth, and I really enjoyed it. And I read a few of Alice Walker's books. None of them coming to mind, but I wasn't able to get through The Temple of My Familiar. It wasn't a favorite of mine. It was thick, and it was just complicated to me. You know, that doesn't mean that it was complicated to others. You know? And that was many years ago, 20 years ago. Maybe perhaps if I picked it up again, I would have some reconsideration.
You might. That has happened. I've not liked books when I was a child and read them as an adult. And when I say child, I mean like early 20s.
But you've always loved to read.
I've always loved to read, but there are books that I've read that I did not quite get. Maybe they were just over my head at the time because I hadn't dealt with those particular issues. And then later on, I went back and I read them. And I was like, oh, that makes more sense now. And then there are some books that I just, no matter how many times I tried to read it, I can never get into it.
Right.
It's just too complicated. It went beyond me.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
well, let's thank my mother for joining us today. Thank you, Mom.
You're welcome, daughter.
Okay, so I also tasted the McBride Sisters collection Black Girl Magic red wine. And that one had an alcohol content of 13.5, and that's a 2018, 750 milliliters, California. And with that particular bottle, it had like a sweetness to it. I liked it a lot, actually. I liked it very, very much. And I did not share that one with my mother, but I think next time, because of her preference of sweet wines, I will go with the Black Girl Magic wine with her and see what she thinks about that one. So we'll have to sit down and do another review with my mom. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have conversations with your friends and your loved ones, maybe over a glass of wine, about the books that you like and don't like and why, and just engage in some conversation. So thank you for coming and watching me share, like, comment below. If you like this content, let us know. Have a fabulous day.